Happy Friday tour.
Happy Friday, Consuela.
How are you today?
It sounds like I'm doing better than you are.
Are you winning again?
I think so.
I think you might. I think you might be winning.
You've had a rough couple of days.
Yeah. You know,
but it's the weekend.
It
now.
is. And I realized I'm missing my neck jewelry. Can you help me out with that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will work on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you remember how to do it, we'll see. So it is Friday. I am excited to be here. It has been a long week. I had a headache driving home, and I was like, you know what? I know what's going to fix that, and it's going to be wine. I was like, I could pop some ibuprofen or something. I was like, no. So I didn't want to bring, I didn't want to be low energy Lala, but it might be loopy Lala tonight. I'm not sure.
Loopy Lala.
Loopy Lala, yeah. Because usually I'm not one to, a lot of people will, get home from work and unwind with, a cup or an entire bottle of wine.
Yep.
Or a beer, whatever the drink of choice is, right? But typically that's not me. I do enjoy wine in particular. I like other drinks as well, but if I'm just, having something at home, it's usually a glass of wine. Or like I said, an entire bottle. Because it's just so
you pair
good.
It with chocolate.
Chocolate, that's right.
Yeah.
So I do have my wine ready. Been already enjoying it. So we'll see how that goes. But we're going to probably just start up with credits, right? Outfit credits.
Yeah.
I don't know how much your fliff. Well, no, I do. I'm looking at myself. Let's see how much I can do without opening my inventory. So the hair, because I'm the reason why we're dressed this way today, because I had put this outfit together several days ago because I was just on a kick where I just made outfit after outfit after outfit.
And this is a good kick. I like what you put together here.
So up top is a Stealthic hair, and I believe it's a group gift. I forget what it's called.
Adore,
yeah. So it's a group gift at Stealthic. I really like the bangs on this, and I thought it was a lot of fun. I mean, it's obviously a bit straighter of a hair than I would normally wear, but it's not like board straight. It's like a little wavy. It's got a messy
it's got
bang.
A lot of volume in the back too.
Got some volume. I'm usually not one for like a cutesy bow ribbon at the top, but this one I don't know. I just like the way it's done. So did that. The earrings are the curated earrings from Yummy, but it's curated something, right? Malia, is that what it is? Or Milia? Something like that? Curated.
Malka.
Saying it was something with an M. The glasses, I don't believe are a Fliff designer. I want to say they're Bondi.
They are.
And I get them on the Saturday.
Sunglasses.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know the eye makeup is the eye makeup from Jack Spoon. That's available at the 50 right now. I see my Constellar Body Shine, of course. The nose ring is PKC, which I want to say has been Fliff in the past.
Is Ashes, actually. It's the Jeweled Moon Septum.
Oh, my bad. I have a lot of PKC, so my bad. See,
Yes,
I was doing so well. The bracelets, I forget who they're from right now.
I'm having trouble selecting them.
I might have to pick those for you. The top is...
got them.
Oh, you got them?
Those are Moon. They are the jelly bracelets.
The top is Pixie Cat. And I believe this was a Fliff item. Like
I'm pretty sure it
weeks
was.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah, the Stephanie top.
Yeah. I fell in love with these shorts. And these are the Miss Chelsea shorts. These are the ones that were at the Flifty.
Yes.
And these are short, like I would totally wear in real life. Like these I love. Yeah.
You'd look great in that.
They're so fun and springy. And so, And then the shoes, I want to say they're Gucci. And they are not a Fliff designer. I get them on the Saturday sale typically. So, and I was looking for like a comfy Croc Birkenstock like shoe.
Nailed it.
Yep. So this is a kind of shoe I would totally wear in real life as well. And then, of course, I have my 1990 duck nails, and they're not a Fliff designer, but, I love my duck nails, so.
Gotta have the duck nails.
And maybe one day they will be a Fliff designer. Who knows? Keep putting it out there. Still rocking my Akaruka, which I'm digging quite a bit. I have some lip shine on that maybe is not too well captured in the video, but I have lip shine from Slack Girl. and they're not a flip designer either, but they're my new favorite because of Akaruka. So
yeah, and they also, we found out, have some really good like video tutorials and stuff about Akaruka on their YouTube channel.
Yep. And I think that covers my outfit. So how about you? Yours is very rar.
Well, I wanted to match your energy a bit. And have
Totally
something
nailed it.
Kind of light and fun and kind of casual. Yeah. Kind of springy.
Because it's not your normal style.
It's not my normal style now.
But it's sexy.
So I'm gonna go, I suppose, from top, like you did. So I've got my modulus Sadiq hair on.
Nice.
Yeah. I still have my Stoic Dia earrings because I don't have as many earring options, so a lot of these get recycled.
Yeah, but they look good every time.
Thank you. I've got some equal glasses on. These are the James Aviators, which I dig. They are very customizable. I'm super happy with them. The main meat of the outfit, which I tried to match you with, is from Mossu. So this is the Felix top and joggers. Felix tank top and joggers.
Nice.
I enjoy how customizable the joggers are because you can color the joggers, you can color the underwear along the band and the main color of the underwear, which you get a little peek of, little tease.
I see that. It's a fun tease. There's a lot of teasing going on in this outfit.
Yeah, and so all the way down, I've got some shoes on. These are also from Equal.
Okay.
These are the Kai sandals.
I see. There we go. Nicely done. And they're customizable, obviously.
Yes. And it looks like I forgot to get my nails, my normal nails back on, so I'm going to fix my nails. There we go. I got my nails again.
All right. You could always throw on some Vici or something.
I could. I wasn't feeling Vici with this outfit. It was kind of a...
Casual.
I'm just... Yeah, chilled.
Just hanging out.
Yeah, just hanging out with
Do you save your
Balala.
Vici for a special occasion?
Yeah, I think it's more for when I'm more done up, you know.
All right. This is pretty done up to me. But, you know. Anyway, so that covers all the credits then.
That's all I've got.
All right. So
I am surprised. I'm not mad at it. I think you look adorable, but I am surprised you didn't throw a crown on.
Because I have the bow.
You do have the bow, and it does work.
Yeah, I thought it would be too busy on top.
I agree with you, but I know that you're pretty obsessive about the crown, I was just surprised.
You just think I'd say, fuck it, I'm putting my crown on.
You've done it before.
Oh, well, it depends.
You're like, I'll fit it in between the braiding weave on this hair, which also has a bow in it. But I like it. I think it looks great.
Thank you.
It did surprise me.
Oh, well, I'm happy to be able to surprise you.
Oh, you do. You succeed in surprising me frequently.
That's
good.
And
I loved when I saw you in this outfit. It was actually for weird anecdote's sake. You had put that together initially for last FLF, but I pushed you to delay it till this one because we'd already put together a couple outfits for last FLF that I wanted to stick with. So I'm glad that we got to this one because it's super cute. I loved it when I saw it on you. And I was like, yeah, that's gonna look fantastic.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I was just had a moment where I was just styling it up. I think I was excited over my new head, and then I wanted a bunch of new outfits. So I just started going through things and making outfits to see, how different hairs look on my new head with my new face. And and I didn't think this hair would look good, and I was pleasantly surprised.
It really does. It really does.
Yeah. So, all right. So I think I'm ready for my internet window. So let's bring up my internet. And I am not. Oh, here it goes. This is what I want to do. There we go. All right, so the first thing on the docket is SLB. We talked about SLB before because they were looking for musicians, which I did put in my application. I know it's still early to hear anything yet, but
right.
You know, and a sidebar before we jump fully into SLB. Apparently, right now it's Sci-Fi Con in SL is going on, and because I am a new DJ at the Whip, I have a couple of sets at Sci-Fi Con, which is probably news to you.
I need to check that out. I'm a fan of sci-fi stuff.
Yeah. So I'll tell you when my sets are. Actually, I'll look at my calendar right now because I might as well promote them while I'm here. I'm going to be DJing the Mech Invasion at 5 p.m. SLT on Saturday the 8th. And I figure with a Mech Invasion, I should probably do... I was thinking of some dubstep for that. Because I like the kind of mechanical sounds that dubstep can have. So
you could also probably get some of your like mechanical companions from the... Oh, what is that one store that always has the funky... They have like a robot suit and some other mech things that we've gotten there.
Oh, are you thinking about Hilted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that...
You're jumping into outfits. I'm talking about the music.
Okay, sorry.
So I was planning on either... I was going... Because it's Sci-Fi Con, I was thinking about doing like a trance sort of set, like a science kind of trance. But one for the Mech Invasion, I thought music with like mechanical, like machine sounds in it would be good. So I got to build that. So that's from 5 to 6 o'clock on the 8th. And then on Sunday the 9th, I'm DJing the Jail and Bail at 3 p.m. SLT, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. SLT. And that's where I might do more of the trancey kind of sci-fi music then.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's going to be broadcasting live on Whip It, which is the Whip's PG station. So
nice.
Yeah, so that's where my mind went when we're like SLB, because it's like, oh, maybe I'll have some sets at SLB too.
Yeah.
But this page has to do with them looking for exhibitors and volunteers. So June 23rd is SLB, and theme is Our Fantastic Future. This is more like what we were talking about before, where we have both been involved in groups that are exhibitors or have been exhibitors in SLB before. I can't remember if I've served as a volunteer for SLB. I don't think so. I think I've always been part of an exhibiting group. But there are lots of volunteers, and that's what really, really helps the whole thing go very smoothly. So.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that goes on into making an event actually function and getting announcements and information out there and like coordinating stuff, and it definitely needs all kinds of people. So
it looks like you can fill out a Google form no later than May 14th. So if you're interested, if you've never been to an SLB or you want to get involved, I think this is a great way, especially being a volunteer. That's a great way to get involved.
Yeah,
you don't need to build anything or do anything besides show up for some training and learn how to help people at SLB. So.
Yes. And they are still, of course, taking applications for performers as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Like music and stuff.
I see that down there. Current applications. So it looks like almost the Music Fest. Yeah, that one's going to close in a couple of days. And that's the one I put in for, because the performer application was different. That's for, live musicians or, vocalists, things like that. And I think Music Fest was more for the DJs, if I'm not mistaken, because I know I only filled out one of the applications.
Right.
So, but we'll see how that goes. I'll let people know if I get a slot or not. So there's that. Then speaking of DJs, they have a Second Life spotlight on Severus 7. And I'm pretty sure that I know this DJ, not like personally, but I know that I've listened and that I know because he is the one who also streams on Twitch. So he streams his sets there and in Second Life. And he will also, often when he starts up a set, he'll throw out the Twitch link so you can be in world and then watching him actually do it, which I think is really cool.
That is a very cool way of doing it.
Yep.
Especially because tragically you can't stream Second Life to Twitch.
Right.
So him merging his First Life like stream and setup with what he's doing in world in SL, I think is a really cool way of doing it. Kind of the inverse.
Yep. Yep, I agree. So when I saw this initially, I'm like, oh yeah, like I don't know him like on a personal level, but I know of him, and I have watched his stream when his Twitch stream when he's broadcasting in Second Life, and I feel like that's pretty cool. I have a Twitch, but I would be nowhere near as cool. It'd be very boring to watch me. but yeah, I'm glad it works for him. So I think that's a cool take on being a Second Life DJ. So you can read all about Severus in the Second Life Spotlight, which we have linked in the description. And then the next one is the highlights from the destination guide. And are we in one of these places?
We are. We're in the Nom Nom Cafe Library.
And why did you choose this place?
Well, for a few reasons. I mean, obviously, I like Nom Nom Cafe Library. I think that's super cute. You know, it goes to being kind of a thoughtful place, very naturey, and also we're foodies. So, you know. But it also is explicitly a queer-friendly space. They go out of their way to state that. They've got their proud SL banners up and everything. So, you know, I'm always in favor of places that go out of their way to be anti-bigotry.
Yes, that's not the way I was expecting you to put that. It caught me by surprise. But it's accurate.
Yeah,
it's very accurate. I know it wasn't meant as a joke, but I wasn't expecting that description.
No. It's like that's kind of a broader phrase of anti-racist. You know, actually being very specific about supporting groups rather than just saying, you know, don't be mean to people here.
Yeah.
You know,
anti-bigotry is definitely a fun way to say it. Honestly, that's not one I've heard before, so you're teaching me new stuff every day.
Well, I'm sure that other people have used the phrase. It's the first time I've used the phrase. So.
Yeah. Well, there you go. All right, so are we ready to talk about Seraphim and Fliff?
Seraphim and Fliff, yes.
All right, so we have the post on Seraphim called 7 days in a week, but only 50 Linden Fridays. Although that hurts my brain with the plural S on the end. Like, it should just be 50 Linden Friday. But I know the name of the event, is 50 Linden Fridays. So
yes.
It's just an educator in me. I'm like, that the agreement there is broken, but okay. So it looks like what may be MIA is PewPew.
Okay.
Not sure. You know, that's always a possibility. We'll find out when we actually go. So I'm looking down the little Polaroids, and who are our sponsors today?
So we have our friend Zipper is a sponsor this week.
Zipper.
With all three. And
Fabulous.
Asteria. And those are our two sponsors.
Just two. Yeah, I'm getting my little sneak peeks in. Looks like fun. Wait, I'm like, are those garters at Malediction? Okay.
Ooh.
I see you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Oh, speaking of Malediction, oh my God.
What? As I pick up my wine glass, tell me, Tour, what?
Okay, so I saw this on their Flickr the other day. So, you know, a lot of the bodies, Maitreya, Reborn,
all the bodies?
Like a lot of the female bodies have options to have like a flat chest, right? So Malediction released their male body
with
and
moobs?
For April Fools, they dropped like bimbo boobs that you can get for your male body.
Oh, but that shouldn't be a joke. You know I love moobs.
Well, it's a legit like item, but it was released as April Fools.
I missed that one. I linked you Stealthix joke. You saw that.
Yeah.
The hair, like they did the ad up all perfect, but it was like, I don't know, like bozo hair, but worse.
Yeah, it was something.
The ad was serious, and it took me a minute, and I always get fooled on April Fool's Day by like the first thing I see, and then I'm like, wait a minute, this is bullshit. And the comments are great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you should have linked me the Malediction April Fool's joke. You still can do that, by the way.
Yeah.
I want to see it because I would have been like, Tour, you need his body and these moves.
Oh gosh. Okay, here, I'm gonna link it to you right now.
Thank you.
So it cracked me out.
Let me see this. Oh. Yeah, you know, that's gotta be legit though, right?
I'm
Bimbo
pretty sure.
boobs for those juicy looks. Come on. Completely free. No, actually it is. No, actually, one Linden, that's what it says.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh gosh.
It's a body with boobs. That is funny. Boobs.
Yep.
That's the title of the post. Boobs. How funny. That's a good one. Well,
yep.
I can appreciate Malediction's sense of humor.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm glad that me commenting on their item this week brought that up.
Yep.
I can't believe you didn't tell me about that sooner.
I forgot about it.
We've been busy. All right. Well, with that, are we ready to get on the list here?
Yeah, we'll get into it.
All right. We are at Alt 3. And
Alt 3?
Zipper's here. She went to hide behind a pillar just now. Or she went to kiss somebody else. But, yeah, we got here and Zipper has her, you know, her friends. Kisses. And, yeah.
Yep.
So
I was amused when both of you were moving and trying to get to each other.
Drip. Yeah, that was fun and cute. And I'm still trying to figure out what his deal is over here. He's just
yeah, he's
been doing that since we showed up.
Vibrating. Something's going on.
Yeah.
Having a bad day.
That's interesting animation. I was more into this one next to you. What was their? What did their tag say?
Big dumb boy.
Oh, that. Yeah, but the whole look though, I'm digging it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the aura and the sparks and stuff. That's fun.
I love that a lot. It's good. And then Zipper's over here. Here she is. Hey, Zipper.
Yay, Zipper.
Looking cute as always.
Yeah.
So, and you had pointed out that she grew a second horn, which I was amused by. Because last time she did only have one.
She did. It was just the one Oni horn. Now she's got two.
Yep. She looks fantastic.
She does.
So, as always. All right, but what does Zipper have for FLF? I'm too busy camming everybody else.
We have the Bun Bun FX Shine.
What?
For if you want to get your Easter shine on.
Oh, I'm gonna have to change into that. You know it. And it's got. Does it have stuff for the face too? Or is that her makeup?
Yeah.
Oh, well, the eyes are her makeup, but it looks like it has nose because it's on the male version too.
Yeah, I think it's the little nose and the little whisker markings.
Okay, totally getting that. So 50 Linden, and you get any of the bodies. And she makes for a lot of them.
She does
Anatomy,
make for quite a few.
E-body, Legacy, Inithium, Maitreya, SP, which is Peach, and Colleen. I can never say that right.
Colleen, yeah.
Colleen. And then the upgrades. So
yes.
VTech, Maze, and Dios. Or you can get the all body, which is how much is that? All body.
300.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So if you have a bunch
of bodies. And the mod
bodies,
upgrade itself is 100. So.
Okay. So the FLF is the different bodies. Gotcha.
The FLF is the different bodies. Yes.
Okay. Well, you know I'm going to pick these up and then put it on before we start up video again.
Yes, I do.
Because I had Constellar on, but I need some Bun Bun shine.
Yeah, it's that time.
It's that time. So I'm going to do it. All right. Are we ready to go?
We are.
All right. I am Bun Bun Shiny. And
you are so cute.
Yeah, I'm going to push in and you can see little bun buns.
Yeah.
And then I'm not sure how well people can see it, the markings on my face, because... Excuse me.
The light has to hit them just right.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I got the little nose markings. All right, but we are now at Asteria.
We are at Asteria.
That's a fun little number.
Mm-hmm.
Trisha. E-Body. Cupra. Maitreya. Legacy. Beliza. Slink Hourglass. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they're doing each piece is 50 Linden.
Mm-hmm.
So the collar piece, the bustier, and the skirt.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That is fun, and it looks like it would be very friendly to larger bodies.
I think it would.
Yeah.
So what color should I get?
Let's see. Also just so people know, it looks like the fat pack is going to be 500 for any of them.
Okay.
So 1,500 all told. That's a good question. Let's see. I'm kind of liking that. I don't know if it would be too close to your skin tone, but I'm kind of liking like the either the blush or the kind of pinkish one. These two near us.
Closest to us. Yeah, I can see that. I could. You know what? I'm gonna pull the lightest one, the one closest to us, just to see. Okay. But yeah.
I kind of like that one. Yeah. I mean, that's the one that kind of jumps out to me.
It's like
I'm not sure why. Color. Yeah, champagne color.
Yeah.
That's a good descriptor for it. Yeah. Because I normally don't go for that much, but I don't know, something about that cut and that outfit, I think it works.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, I'll pick that up and we'll keep moving.
Great. Okay.
All right, we are at ADD Andel, and they have pixie eyes.
Yeah, those are interesting to look at.
Yeah, they are.
Because they kind of, they just got rid of the pupil there and got real kind of mystical and sparkly in there. Yeah. That's fun.
So do you get
supports, looks like systemized mesh eyes Omega appliers.
And you get all of them for 50, right?
You get all 5 colors for 50, yes.
Okay, very good. I don't think I'm in the market for eyes as I stifle a yawn because I am that tired. But yeah, these are great though. I think they're very magical and sparkly, like you said.
They are.
So.
All right.
All right, I get to
so
go.
We'll keep rolling.
Yep, or else you're going to be rolling me around asleep. Okay, we are at Apple Blossom, and I am already intrigued because I see what kind of see-through-ish dress. This is called
Libertad.
Libertab? I see Libertar Elf or Libertar Fliff.
Maybe the vendor itself calls it Libertad.
Okay. So, could be a typo somewhere, but it's Legacy, Maitreya, and Reborn, and you have 2 different color packs. Pack A or Pack B.
Kind of the darker colors and the brighter colors. I think that looks very fun.
Yeah, and then down below, do you have... Oh, no, that's the vendor, so top is the picture.
Yeah.
And down below is the vendor. Okay.
So it's just 50 Linden for either of the packs.
So for 100 Linden, you have 6 dresses.
Yes.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
It's a very sexy number, but all your bits are covered, so I like that a lot. So, yeah, I think I'll take it.
Excellent. I look forward to seeing you in it.
All right. Are we ready to go?
We are.
All right, tour. We're at Ariskea. And it's flowers. And the flowers they're calling Katrina. Wildflower basket and bouquet. Bento poses and decor version included. That's lovely.
It is. And I like that you have a few different ways that you can be holding these. Like either as a bouquet tucked into your arm or just holding the basket.
Yeah.
I think that's super fun. And I appreciate them giving us a decor version. So I'm all about this. I got this for both of us because I think it's lovely.
Thank you. And then do you buy them all together for 50 Linden?
You do. You get all 4 of those colors in all of the ways that you can interact with it for 50.
That's very nice.
Yes.
All right. Are we ready to move on?
We are.
Tour, it's time to work out.
It's not.
It's not, but there's a workout stuff rack on sale at BALACLAVA.
There is. But that's not for you. That's you can look at it.
No, but no
maybe.
touchy?
No touchy.
Aw. You want to see some big girl yoga? It even says try me.
You can get into yoga pants. I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah. All right, so for 50 Linden, you can get a workout stuff rack that maybe your partner will allow you to use.
Yes. So they apparently have different animations for male and female. You've got the wall mounted thingar and the yoga mat itself. And then you also have the wall bars
for more working out?
Technically for a manly weekend, but is also 50 Linden.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at how much working out I could do.
No.
Then I would need to switch back to my other head that doesn't have a double chin.
That would be tragic.
Oh, look, she's working out. Planking in a dress with an updo. That's talent. Look at that.
That is talent.
Oh. That's a hard pose. I've tried that in real life.
Yeah.
Oh, look at her. Way to model it. I'm glad someone's allowed to try it out. Ooh, ouch. Look at those strings on her dress. Defy gravity. Yeah. I used to plank. Now if I planked, I'd probably just rest on my belly. Anyway. I guess I won't be buying this, but maybe you out there, viewers. Oh, someone help me out. This is the kind of working out I'm doing?
That's the kind of working out you're doing.
Perfect.
I was waiting for that to show up
You're like,
a bit ago.
You know, it takes a minute because it's so massive.
It does.
Now, did you give me this because I was talking about working out too much? Because I'm legit tired.
Both, but mostly the former.
Oh, you're like, this is the only kind of working out you do, Consuela.
That's right.
Just nacho or nugget or shake to mouth. Look at me licking my lip like, all right, where do I start my workout?
We do belly stretches here.
That was perfect. All right, I guess I'm ready to move along.
All right.
Okay, let's do it. I am now confined to my mobile throne, and we have rolled up to Banana Banshee.
Yes, we have.
What do they have to her?
Well, it looks like they've got 3 options for eyes. You have Ivy, Willow, and Violet. These have some fun little striations in them, like especially Violet. I like the little peak of kind of a greenish yellow in the underside of that eye.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. So
50
these are
Linden
lovely.
Each.
They are 50 Linden for each pack. Yes, you get 4 colors per pack.
And it works with System, Bomb, Catois, Leluca. It's great.
Which reminds me of something that I don't know if we mentioned.
What?
Probably should mention, which is the found out through Slack Girl about the Akaruka head has a relay for doing bomb eyes onto their mesh eyes.
Yeah.
So if you have like a system layer of eye, it can use those on the Akaruka mesh eyes. Because, it doesn't take the Leluca pliers. And yeah. So anyway, there's an item for that. It's very handy. It's on Slack Girl's store.
And I'm just sitting back here sipping my wine, letting you ramble about relays and eyes.
Yes.
So but it was handy. It actually does help.
Yeah.
I am actually thankful that you and I both have as much familiarity with bodies and heads and alpha and bomb and whatever, because it's like a weird combination of things. Honestly,
Yeah.
I mean, it's straightforward enough, but I don't know. It's like sometimes you need an alpha, sometimes you don't. Depends on if you want to plierize or not. Da, 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 da. So, you know, there's a lot to consider when you're doing these. And even between the both of us, who, you know, I like to consider us intelligent people. But, you know, between the both of us, it takes a little finagling. So
yeah, and we both have what I find interesting is I think we complement each other well because we have approached Second Life in different ways.
Yes,
we have different ways of thinking about things and different expertises that kind of dovetail nicely together.
They do. Hence why we're such a perfect union.
Yes.
All right, are we ready to move along?
We are.
All right, so where are we?
We're at Bonnicci.
Bonnicci. I don't know, I'm assuming that's Italian. It looks and sounds Italian.
It's gotta be.
Yeah. So
they've got the Nicole jumpsuit.
I see that. That's a fun
jumpsuit. We have this for Legacy Perky Reborn, Beliza Gen X Classic Curvy, Cupra and Cups, Peach and Maitreya Petite. Comes in these 2 packs. Or the fat pack. The fat pack is $2.50, but the 2 color packs, you can get 3 colors of it for $50 Linden.
I am amused by the placement of the pockets because in real life, I would not want pockets in that position because it would only make me appear wider.
I like that.
I know you do. I know.
I hear what you're saying, and that's a selling point.
Right? You're like, yeah, they're perfectly placed pockets. You know, I was like, you know how wide I'm going to look with that? And
yeah.
you're like, yes, exactly. That's why I'm gifting you a fat pack.
Yeah, so stuff those pockets with snacks so that you can eventually widen those hips to be that width.
Oh, they're plenty wide. So those are great color packs though. So 50 Linden
they are.
For each of those. Those are some nice color tones. And then the full set is behind us. So yep, very good.
Yeah.
All right, so I heard something drop. Did you actually send me the fat pack?
I did, yeah.
Fantastic.
Because it is a fun outfit.
It is. Okay, then I will go ahead and collect that, and we'll roll along.
Okay.
Tour. Can you explain to the people how I came by 2 bottles of wine?
Well, I was so amused by you talking about you're enjoying partaking in some wine there. So I decided you needed some Chica wine. And you decided, unprompted, to please me to double fist it.
I am totally double fisting it. And I told you.
And I think that's great.
And I was like, this is perfect. And then it made me want one of these glasses in First Life to just, and I know they make them. They actually make them.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have them, but I was like, man, I want a cup like this to stick in the mouth of a wine bottle so I can drink wine from the bottle like a classy bitch. Because it's so classy.
Yes.
You know. But this is fantastic. This is so perfect.
Love it.
Thank you for hooking me up.
You're welcome.
And this is from Chica, and it comes in red wine, I think like a rosé.
Yeah, red, rosé, and white.
White, yeah. I went with the red because I told you before we started, my favorite wine is a red sweet wine.
Yep.
And then second would be like your pink wines. But they all have to be sweet. None of this dry stuff.
Let's see. So they describe it as juicy black cherry and plum fruit.
Oh my God.
Silky texture and excellent acidity.
Is that what it says on the bottle?
Yeah, that's what it says on the bottle.
I didn't even read the bottle. I just see wine bottle, glass, drink. That's it. It was red. I'm good. So anyway, where are we?
We're at Brocante.
Brocante. They have a wall of candles. Look at that.
They do. I had to pick up all of them.
Of course you did.
No, because I mean, I'm frequently looking for like a specific type of candle at a specific height. Like it comes up.
It does for you.
It does for me.
Especially when I'm like, Tor, put out a candle.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Which candle do I want? Let me look at my candle collection.
Yeah, so I'm adding to the candle collection.
I see.
And
do you think any of these candles will find their way into the work you've been doing in our SL house on Stratagem?
Maybe.
I'm so pleased you brought that up, like, recently. You're like, I feel like doing some work in the house. I'm like, really?
Yeah,
and then it was brilliant.
I need to get back to it.
Like, we were just stagnant, and it's like, I don't know about what it is about an open floor plan that you and I are just like, but...
Yeah, I threw up some curtains, and it's like, oh, now I can see what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah, you just divided this big, like, somewhat of a rectangle, and it just needed some divisions, and you made some other divisions. It was like a weird L
shape.
Yeah. So you threw up the curtains right at the stairs, which works, and then you turned the nook around that we were making, which gave it some separation as well.
Yeah.
And then you just started resin things out, and I'm like, this is fantastic. We might be able to have guests over at some point.
Yeah, it's coming together. I mean, we're not there, but we made some good progress, and I feel like I can see the space now. If that makes sense.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. So yeah, they'll probably make it in there somewhere. I also picked up those what are they? Blooming art on the opposite wall. We'll get to the flip item eventually.
I was like, what are we looking at? Oh, those are nice.
Those are lovely.
Those
I
aren't
love
for
these.
flip?
These are not for flip.
Oh.
The candle sets are 99 for like a row of them. You're changing the metal underneath them, it looks like. And the art is 130 for all of the art together.
Okay. I just like how warm that candle wall looks. Like all the
yes.
light coming from there.
Yes.
That's
yes.
great. All right, but what's the actual flip item, Tour?
The flip item is the down.
Who's drinking wine here?
The Den Lounger.
Oh my God! You
I don't know why
sound
that's
like
hard to
you
say.
have had 2 bottles of wine.
The Loundenger. No, the Den Lounger and the Den Lounger and Pillow in denim.
Okay.
Yes.
That's cool. See, and that looks comfy too, but like I was telling you about the other furniture, is too dark for our color palette. Like,
it is too dark. I also am sad that it is a single sitter, which
that was a problem too.
does need to be said. Yeah, it was another brocante piece actually, and it was a love seat that I threw back there. It was like a beanbag love seat, I think is what it was called, and loved the look of it. And then you sat on it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna hop in there with you. And it's like, no, find somewhere else to sit, jerk off. I'm like, oh, okay.
I didn't say that to you.
No, it didn't say that to me, but that's just kind of how I interpret it when SL is like,
says,
nope, no seat positions available.
Yeah. And then they're like, well, if I can't sit here, this furniture cannot exist in my house.
Yeah, so it got banished to the void.
Yep. And it was perfect too. It really was.
It really was. And honestly, I mean, it's not. If I were stubborn about it, I would just pull sits from another thing and make it work, because we've done that.
When you say we mean you.
Okay, I mean me. I've done that, but
you've done that for us.
Yes, I've done that for us. Where it's like, I really like this piece of furniture, but the animations in it are just rubbish. So let me take this other piece, which is similarly shaped, similarly themed, and just yank everything and move it, and then have to go through the steps of doing the AV sitter offsets and all that stuff, which, I'm fine doing. It's just, it's a process.
Or you see a sofa racer and think, this needs food and blinking lights. And then you make it happen.
And a whole new scripting thing for attaching it instead of sitting in it. You did a lot
of work on this. It's a prime example of the way that you'll take something that's fine and make it fabulous.
Yes. And I feel like that's kind of what I did with you. You were fine. Now you're fabulous.
You are so good. You are
Hey.
so good.
No, I mean, you were fabulous before we met, but...
No, I was just fine.
I'm just teasing.
Anyway, did you pick up all the things in this container right here?
I did, actually. I bought everything in this container.
Of course you did.
I need to get out of here.
No, I'm sure Brocante doesn't mind you being here at all.
I know. They don't. I get so much stuff here.
All right. Well, I'm going to pick up the sofa or the lounger thingies. And we'll keep rolling along.
Okay.
All right, Tor, where are we?
We're at Cheezu with the Stella dress.
That's cute. And it says Legacy, Reborn, Maitreya. And that's it.
Yep. So it comes in these two patterns. Dark with flower, light with flower.
Yeah. 50 linen each.
Yeah, it's a lovely little sundress sort of thing.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to pick that up.
Okay.
Ready to go?
Sounds good. Yep.
All right, Tor, I can tell we are at Duckie.
We are.
Do they have glasses?
They do.
Those are fun.
Yeah, these come in gold, silver, and onyx.
Enchanted, unrigged, gold, silver, and onyx, just like you said. Materials enabled, copy, mod, no transfer. 50 linden, and you get all 3 colors.
Yep, that is 50 linden for all 3 colors.
Okay, well, I'm gonna buy that.
Yeah, those are really nice.
It is.
Those would match certain looks when you want to get that sort of style going.
I agree.
Yeah. Nice job, Duckie.
All right, well, I'm gonna pick those up.
Okay.
All right, Tor, where are we?
We're at Elm.
Elm, and I see shelves, so this is your domain.
Yeah, so these...
It's decor!
It is. So Amara bookshelf. It looks like you can get these 2 pieces in either light or dark wood. So you can get it in maple or walnut. I don't have any reason for this, but I have a little bit of an aversion to the style of wood that does this kind of bulbing.
Why? I'm very curious now. I didn't think you'd be averse.
I don't know why.
I thought you would like this because it's bulbous.
Yeah. I think it's that I look at these and I just see like rows of anal beads or something like.
Oh, some people like those.
Well, I know, but you shouldn't make furniture out of it.
Well, to each their own. This is Second Life.
To each their own. Fair. I don't really know.
I thought you were going to tell me something like it makes you think of like 1970s furniture or something.
No.
Because to me, these have kind of a... I like this. Just because it's interesting to look at. It's not like your standard piece of furniture, like straight up bookshelves.
True.
I feel like there were some bulbous furniture in my childhood, so maybe I have fond memories of such a thing.
You may, yeah.
And Mama Lala would be able to speak to that. She would know. But I feel like maybe from my childhood, late 70s, early 80s, in that realm, we may have had a bookshelf like this. So,
I think also another part of it is and this doesn't apply to Second Life at all, even a little bit, but when I'm looking at a piece like this in First Life, my brain is going to all of the structural weaknesses that carving it in that way has introduced to perfectly good wood structure.
But they make furniture like this in First Life.
I know they do, but it's definitely weaker than if it didn't have that. But I don't know. I've seen it. I don't hate it. It's just not really my style that much.
So
that said,
does this mean you're not going to put it in the build, the decorating you're doing in the house?
Not ours, but it might make it into a build.
I don't know. I kind of want it in ours.
That's just the wine talk.
I knew you were going to go there. I'm going to buy this myself, and I'm going to res it all over the place.
You might.
And then you're going to be return. Yeah. I'm going to res. Yeah. I'm going to buy this, and I'm going to sneak it in and see if you even notice.
Sneaky snake.
You are very observant, so I'm sure you're going to notice. But I'm going to buy them both, 50 linden each. I think they're fantastic, no matter what Tour says. They are lovely. They're different. I like unique. Yes. I like curvy things, as I thought Tour did.
I do.
Maybe that's not the case.
I do. Like
maybe he has a limit on curves.
Well, these aren't particularly wide curves. They're kinda...
curves, though.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like this a lot.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to pick it up, no matter what you say, and I'm going to decorate with it. This is going to be my contribution to the design. It's like, look, I found a place for the Amara bookshelf. And you're going to be, thanks a lot, Consuela. And then I turn around, and it's going to be click, return. So.
All right.
I'm going to get it, and we're going to move on.
Okay, thank you, Elm.
All right, Tour, where are we?
We're at Eternus.
What do they have today?
They have a corset. It looks like they're actually doing like, body cinching with it.
Mm-hmm. That girl's doing it. She's wide.
Yeah, she is wide.
Mm-hmm. So you can get the red or the black for 50 linden.
Oh, yes. And it fits for, let's see, why am I not seeing it? Oh, there it is. Maitreya, Legacy, and Reborn.
Okay. And then how much does the non-fliff colors cost?
Non-fliff colors cost $250 each, or the fat pack, which is 50% off, is $500.
So I should get these and use them with that workout set from Balaclava.
No.
Because, everybody works out in a waist cincher. Although technically I do think this is a corset. But it looks like it's got some cinching going on.
Yeah, just keep drinking like a classy bitch.
Double fisting like a classy bitch.
Yes, yes. But yeah, on skinnier figures, corseting can be interesting, but I like the belly, so I don't like to restrain it.
Of course.
I like to let it run free.
Then I will be passing on this, but I'm sure someone would enjoy this corset.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, are we ready to move on?
Yes.
All right, Tour, where are we?
We are at Fetch.
And Fetch has a carpet or a rug. Sorry, a rug for flip.
Rug. They call it the Benby rug.
Renby.
Oh, is it Renby? Yeah, sorry, Renby.
Who's been drinking the wine?
I'm glad one of us can read.
So it's this rug on the floor here. She's got it activated. The sample. This is great. We always need rugs.
Yeah, and I really like that this one has what we like, a little subtle wrinkling in it, a little shift.
Yeah.
Very small amount. And I also really like the patterning in it.
Yeah, I do too. Then I also...
So that's oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So, yeah, that was an instant purchase for me.
Yeah. No, when I got here and things rezzed, I'm like, oh, she's got bunny food. And this is spring treats gacha, so no more gachas. You just buy the fat pack.
Yeah, well, you can buy the fat pack if you want, but you can also get each individual item. If you click on it, that's what's $77.
Gotcha.
The fat pack is $377.
And then there was another one. Nesta notebooks and mugs. And I like this one too. I like the notebook. And it has a phone case that's clearly cow print. And then different mugs. This is fun. I'm going to buy this.
Yeah, and that also you can get individual items on there for $75. Although the mugs come in pairs for $75. or the fat pack of it, all of it for 500.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna buy all the things. That's my plan.
Very good. And I gotta say, I'm not missing gachas, and I'm glad that vendors are bringing the items back onto the marketplace in these sort of ways.
Yeah.
Definitely. I've definitely bought more gachas, both the items and the things that were in gachas, both individual items and fat packs, even at sometimes fairly steep rates, since they got rid of the gacha system. It always felt bad to you're like, I want that one thing, and I have to. It wasn't even the cost of it; it was just kind of humiliating to sit there and have to pull the lever.
Yeah. Oh, well, it is frustrating when you just want the one thing. Why can't I just buy that one thing? Why do I got to drop all the Lindens into this machine? And oftentimes I would just not get the one thing. Or I would just go to the marketplace and pay whoever had the cheapest price for it.
Yep.
So it wasn't fun for me, and I typically didn't frequent gacha events very often. I mean, at the onset, like for example, the arcade was a gacha event. I know they're still around. I forget how they worked it out now that gachas are gone, but I would go a few times and people lose their minds over whichever gacha was the one to have. And then I was like, I just can't do this. I'm not going to just throw my Lindens at something and hope for the best. If I'm going to pay something, I expect to get it.
Yeah.
So wasn't much into that. So, anyway, I'm going to pick these up and we're going to keep rolling.
Very good.
All right, Tour, where are we?
We're at the Forge.
The Forge, and they have Alina.
For Legacy, Perky, Maitreya, and E-Body.
And then it's got a lot of different color choices on the HUD. Is that if you get the fat pack, or is that for everything? Probably the fat pack.
It's for the fat pack. Yeah, they have these two colors for FLF
There's
down
one like
here.
oil and the other's black, something like that.
Yes. So they're calling one black, and the other they're calling oil. Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. It's a cool set.
Yeah.
50 Linden per item.
Yeah, and this does a good job of letting the belly be free. So.
Yeah, but if you look in the picture, those straps on either side of the belly coming down would get pretty distorted.
Yeah, they may be.
So anyway, all right. Very good. Are we ready to go?
We are ready to go.
All right, Tur. I can tell that we are at Granola.
We are.
It's very orange here. So we have the cluttered kitchen shelves.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. You know what? I have a fox mug like that in First Life.
Oh, nice.
So
yeah, and it looks like we've also got. Nice.
That's why I have it. So for real.
Cute.
Right. So yeah, so you've got clear shelves or clutter, right? Or cluttered
clear
shelves
or cluttered, yes.
Yeah.
So you can get the shelves just themselves. For
I think
50.
we need this in our build.
I'm feeling that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the little Ouija planter on the upper right. That's fun.
Yeah.
The mug saying, "Be a nice human" down there. I like these. So yeah.
Yeah, these are great.
Yes.
So I'm gonna buy
these
them
will make
too.
it in.
So it's 50 Linden per. So plain shelves or cluttered shelves.
Yeah. Sorry.
So yeah.
That is correct.
We are aren't we just the thing this day? I need wine, and you are yawning.
Yes.
It's been a week. All right, I'm gonna pick these up, and we better keep moving before we both fall asleep.
We're getting there. Yep.
All right, Tour. I know this street. We are outside Hextraordinary.
Yes, we are.
And what do they got in there today?
Well, for FLF, they've put up the Wolpertinger, which
Wolpertinger. We have
Wolpertinger, which they had up for, I think, Wanderlust on our previous week.
Oh, yeah.
So it's shuffled into the FLF rotation.
Yeah. Wolpertinger.
Yes.
I like saying it. I miss practicing my German. I've just been focusing on Spanish. Yeah.
You have a good pronunciation.
I enjoy the German pronunciation, and I've said it before. It's just because it's so different than how I would pronounce most things because of my Latinish upbringing, where I would pronounce things with more of a Spanish tone. But anyway, Fliff.
Yeah.
Hamster. Hamster in a teacup with a cookie.
Oh, for Wanderlust, yeah.
Oh, Wanderlust, right. Fliff is Valpatinga. Yes.
Yeah.
But the hamster caught my eye because you got full cheeks.
It is cute. And it is 50 lindens, so, you know, well, you could call that a 50 Linden Friday item. If,
like me, you already have a Volpatinga, you can get a hamster pal in a tea time cup.
Yep. So. And his little cheeks going.
Yep.
Just going to town on that cookie.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, well, we are all clear here, so I think we should get going to the next.
Okay.
All right, Tour. Where are we?
We're at high 5.
Okay, I know you were very focused on saying that right, so I wanted to make sure and ask you. Even though there's 2 signs in my frame of view, plus the sign that's the backdrop to the vendor.
Yep.
Because, you know, I can read.
Yes, so can I. And
but this one's... What?
I also have High V staring at me from the note card, which is why I keep messing it up.
High V, yeah. I know.
High 5,
High 5. Chocolate Bunny Bong.
Chocolate Bunny Bong, yes.
Which is also My Story compatible.
Yeah, and there's a guy demoing it on this next to the sign just over here. In a silver coat.
Sure enough.
Yeah.
Well, his coat's all gray to me because he's still rezzing.
All right. Well.
Yeah, look at him. Oh, he's enjoying that chocolate bunny bong.
Yep, getting his recreation up, or whichever meter that fills.
Yeah. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so for 50 Linden, you too can have a chocolate bunny bong. Bento animated and decor.
And when you're done with it, you can just eat it.
Yep, but don't eat the glass.
Don't eat the glass. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
All right, we good to go?
We're good to go.
And ISON. I love this arch. I saw your typing hands. Was somebody saying something on local?
Well, no, but I spotted Xmara in her shopping outfit.
Oh, is she here right now?
Yeah, she's here right now.
All right, where's Xmara? I see her, and sure enough, go ahead, type at her. Tell her she's on her video again in her shopping outfit. She may not even see you in local. You might have to hit her in the IMs because she's so focused.
Yep.
Xmara. Shopping ready. Yeah. Anyway, while you talk to Xmara, we are at ISON.
Yes.
And this is a Juliana feather trim dress, which is absolutely lovely, classy, all things ISON.
Super classy.
So 50 Linden for the different, 50 Linden on the 2 of the color packs. One that has the greens in it, the other has the blues in it. And then the other color packs are 50% off, as is the deluxe, which is basically their fat pack.
50% off amounts to $145 for a color pack or $475 for all the fat pack.
And it fits my Treya, Legacy, and Reborn, so of course I'm going to buy it. I need to check and make sure I don't already own it, because I do own a lot of ISON, and it looks like maybe like a little familiar, so I'm not sure if I own this one already, but if I don't, I will, because it's here.
Yeah, it's great. Love this.
So, did Xmara get back to you?
Oh gosh.
What?
So she asked, "Is that couch part of ISON?" I said, "No, that's something I made for Lala for shopping." She says, "OMFG."
That would be amazing, right? This doesn't make sense. How could Xmara ask that?
She says, "I love it with."
But look at ISON. Do you think they would have a couch like this in their beautiful, like, sculptured archway? No. But I love that she thought that.
Well, I mean, it doesn't look like an attachment, in fairness.
No. But I should show her I can drive around in it. Is she still right there?
All that food in the big couch, yes. You can bring it over to her. Yes.
See? It's an attachment. Xmara, you need to eat, girlfriend.
Oh, gosh.
So, here, have some of my nuggets.
Yes, you can have some of the chicken nuggets. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to make sure I have this dress, and then we're going to keep moving.
Okay.
All right, we are at Ingenue.
Mm-hmm.
And Ingenue has, I think these are pretty comfy looking. Yeah, they're cute. They're like sneaker sandals.
Sneaker sandals.
But I know better than to get too excited.
Yeah.
But it looks like there's more on here. Like there's more bodies listed.
Yeah.
Maitreya, Legacy, Slink, Beliza, and Signature. Yep. I feel like they've only usually had like Maitreya and Slink. So they've tossed in some Legacy. Maybe they'll get to Reborn, because I would have bought these.
Maybe they will. Yeah.
These are cool. These are cool. I would have bought several of their shoes already if they had made for Reborn. So maybe they'll get there.
Maybe they'll get there. They lag behind a bit, but
some do.
Some do.
Yeah. So this is the Frida sneaker sandals, and for 50 Linden, you get this color pack with 3 very springy colors.
Yeah, so I have to say that I like that about Ingenue, that they always put together color packs that kind of fit the season in some way. Mm-hmm. They're very thoughtful about that. So, all right, good to go.
Yes, I'm good to go. All right, Tour, where are we?
We are at Llorisen.
Okay, and so, I see, because there's like. They have little $sign things by like bookshelves and like a little side table and stuff. And so I see the little fliff colored signs. So it's those 2 rows of like picture frame bookshelves, right?
Yes, and it looks like when you buy them, you get a row. So you get 4 of these bookshelves. The darks up top.
Those are really cute.
Darks. I like them. I think
nice
these are great.
for tchotchkes and stuff.
Yes, super good for tchotchkes. Yeah.
And then go ahead.
I'm inclined towards the bottom row, I think, primarily.
I would buy them both. It's 50 Linden. Yeah.
True.
But I was going to ask you if the ones at the bottom, like the sideboard or the little side tables, are those 50 Linden too, or no? Because their little signs aren't purple.
They're not. Okay. So they are going to run you 200, it looks like.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I will buy both rows because I think it's cool.
Yep, I'm going to do the same.
All right, let's do it and keep rolling.
Okay.
We have finally arrived at Malediction.
Yes.
And you need to get boobs for the man body. But this is
these are the Flora ribbons.
Left and right for Maze. Mm-hmm. Maze soft thighs for... Well, okay, squeezy thighs for Anatomy. Anatomy, is that male, right?
Anatomy is a male body that Malediction put out.
Yeah. I might have to, I don't know. You may need to roll out an avatar and alt to try out this Anatomy. Anyway, so Anatomy, Legacy, Maitreya, Reborn, and Cupra. And you know me, I love a design for a soft thigh.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when they're different.
I'm a fan of these.
Yeah, I'm going to get this for sure. So
this would drive well with stuff from Tantasio. Yeah.
Okay, so it's 50 Lindens for the fat pack, right? Okay.
Yep, you get the fat pack, all 9 colors, left and right.
Okay, you know what caught my eye over here, right? Is this Anatomy squeezy booty?
Yep, and they also have the arms and thighs.
And they have the boobs.
Yep.
Boob body. Boobs for your body. Yeah. This is great. And look, okay, so this is the Anatomy body. One body, your shape. Wow. Yeah, I gotta try this out.
And I have to say, I really like the photo that they did there for one body, your shape, because a lot of body makers aren't willing to go and show like the extents you can push different dimensions and stuff of the body.
Yeah, I really like that a lot. So, okay. I like that squishy booty though. Oh. Yeah. Anyway, okay,
Yeah.
focus, Lala, focus. Okay.
Focus.
Fat
right.
Pack, buying that now. Okay.
Pretty good.
Are we good?
Yep.
All right. There's a little bit of a crowd over here. Maxi
There is.
Gossamer.
We don't see that too often in
Not
Maxi
too
Gossamer,
often.
but it is today.
Yep. And we have, what is this?
The Kara giant wooden bead necklace.
There we go.
With, you know, 2 lengths for the necklace. We got matching earrings. It also, okay, I guess you also get, you get the gold and silver cross as well. For the same, as all as one purchase. So they're not actually 2 separate items.
So it's one purchase for all of it?
One purchase for all of it. One note for anyone who's interested in this, you can only buy all of this from the left sign. If you click on the right sign, it doesn't function. So they just took everything in the right side and merged it into the left.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Are we good to go?
We are.
All right, Tour, where are we?
We are at Mintae.
Mintae. And they have like a purse.
Yeah, it's a little purse with flowers and a little tie to it.
That's cute.
Yeah. Looks like you get these 2 packs. So you can get the leather pack or shine pack.
I don't usually use a purse, but I kind of like this. And it's only 50 lindens, so...
Yeah. And, I mean, I could honestly even see just using this as decor somewhere.
Yeah, like putting it on a shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So...
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to pick these up. And I think we're ready to keep it moving, right?
Yep. Sounds good.
All right, Tour, where are we?
We are at Moss and Mink.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did they do their store over?
This is a brand new store, which is why it took me a minute. Because
I was like, where are we?
Yeah, everything's all different. And I didn't know where to look and then found it.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, I like what's here. What store is this? Of course, it's Moss and Mink.
Yeah, I dig it for sure.
Yeah. Okay, well, they're offering for FLF is this little like tulip lamp and bunny bookends. Books and bookends.
Yep, so you can get the spring bunny books.
You know, these books would go really good on that elm bookshelf. Just saying. Along with that purse that I picked up from Mintae.
Yeah, you're gonna have a whole thing.
I'm gonna put this shelf out. I'm gonna put all my decor items on it in the house, and you're gonna love it.
Yes. So yes, they are 50 linden, and it looks like you can also change the color of the lamp in all kinds of ways, which is fun.
Yeah.
Notably, the books are one item as one like linked prim, so you can't like pull the bunnies apart and add like being Bucked Alice in there.
Oh well, darn.
Yeah.
Well, that was definitely going on my bookshelf.
Yeah, but it's still, you know, it's still cute. I like it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. And then I noticed they had some other things. They've got some new releases over here, which look interesting. I love a mug tree, and then the chickens.
Yeah. I like the
spice rack.
I like the spice rack. Yeah.
And then on the other side, they had like, is that a mirror with a plant around it? And then some photo frame.
With photo frames. Yeah. And these arrows are also potentially handy.
Lots of nice decor. They got a new release while over here at K9. Custom 9, sorry. I like the plant hanger. You see that?
Yes.
That is really unique.
I've not seen one like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like a little curly, support it from the bottom.
Yep. Then even the stand were from the bottom.
Yep.
And on the floor. So.
Yeah, those look really cool.
Yeah. I really dig their
very nice
adult coloring book and all that stuff. So.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Love it. Love it. Love Moss and Mink for sure.
That would be fun. I used to really enjoy just like coloring stuff and drawing, and I miss drawing. I should draw more.
You should. And then we have a friend up front. She is cute. The furries have come out tonight.
Yeah.
She's another cutie.
She looks very cute. I like that. She's got glasses on too.
Yeah. Her top is fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
That is a Momochu top.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
All right.
Are we ready to keep going?
We are ready to go.
All right, tour. We are at Mossu.
Yes, we are.
And they have this sexy little number.
Yeah, so
like
you've got
colors.
You've got an Amara top and sleeves, and you've got an Amara skirt and panties.
And who does it fit?
Got little heart prints on it and stuff. So this is going to fit on Maitreya, Legacy, and Reborn.
And it's not 3 colors, it's 2. It's just they have it broken up into 3 purchases. So you get the tops together, and then you buy the bottom individually in the 2 different colors.
Doesn't appear so. You get the tops, all of them, and you get the skirts and panties, all of them.
Oh, are they linked together?
They're linked together, yes.
They have done that in an interesting way.
Yeah, it's not very intuitive, but yep.
Okay, so for then 100 linens, you get the whole outfit in 2 colors?
For 100 linen, you get the whole outfit 2 colors, yes.
Gotcha. Okay. And who did you say it fit again?
Let me double check again. This is going to be Reborn, Maitreya, Legacy.
Should I get this?
If you like, it's not something that you would typically wear, I don't imagine, so.
Yeah. It's lovely, but,
it is.
Probably not for me. And that's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are we ready for the next?
Yes.
All right. Tour, where are we?
We're at Osmia.
And they have pants.
Yeah, so they have this thing called the Julia pants, fitting for Maitreya, Legacy, Beliza, Freya, and Gen X, and Classic and Curvy.
It's just in the black, right?
And Reborn and Cupra, just in black, yes.
It's a fun pant. Reminds me of some shorts I already have, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think it is fun.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to pick these up and then we're going to keep moving.
Okay.
All right, Tour. Obviously, PewPew is not MIA, but
Nope,
I feel like
PewPew
I should hand this over to you since you had an immediate reaction when we got it.
I was just saying that it takes me back. So they're calling it a Tamago, but it's clearly their version of a Tamagotchi. It does not appear that this is actually like playable, but it has a little animated screen. You've got the little Tamago there with his little need icons and stuff of sleep and needing showering and all the good stuff. You can just wear it. Looks like it's unrigged. But yeah, I remember when these were all the rage. You were saying you never got one?
No.
I actually didn't have one specifically.
You had a colony?
No. I never actually got a Tamagotchi. Okay. But what I did do was I was like, that looks interesting and simple
Let me
enough.
script one.
I wrote my own.
Of course you did.
I did that in Apple Basic. No, I wasn't on an app. I wasn't on the Apple IIe at that point. I had graduated to a 386.
Oh.
Yeah, fancy stuff. So I was using actual like normal Basic, and wrote a version of it and installed it on most of the school computers, and people had fun with them.
And when you say school, for clarification, we're talking about high school. Elementary?
No, it wasn't in high school. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I get middle school, I guess.
You're like, no, Lala, I did this when I was in 3rd grade.
No, it was middle school. I was in 7th grade, I believe.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that was interesting. And the biggest challenge, and I think it's the same for the actual makers of Tamagotchi, is extrapolating, like when you run the program, looking at the system time and extrapolating everything that would have happened while the game was off, and like making assumptions about that. So yeah, it was fun. And people started logging on and checking on theirs daily for a while. I mean, it was a fad, obviously. It fell off, but yeah, that was kind of fun.
Well, I never programmed my own Tamagotchi, but I also remember middle school and computers. And the thing that stood out to me is there was a computer lab with, I want to say, a bunch of Apple IIs or whatever they were.
Yeah.
And that I had to I remember doing this tank program where it was about the projectiles, and we had to hit targets. So we had to calculate the right degree of projectile to hit targets at different locations.
Select angle and degrees and power velocity.
Yes, all of that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That really stands out to me. To this day, I can almost see the computer lab in my head, because it was just a whole new experience for me at that point. And I remember it was at that time probably state of the art, and they had set up in little pods kind of sprinkled throughout the room. So there was probably the power that came down from the ceiling in a pillar, and then they had the where the computers were on these big circular discs that then went around that, and we sat on bar stool kind of stool, not bar stool because I didn't have bar stools in middle school, but stools.
Yes.
I mean, I'm thinking about a bar stool right now, but that's not what it was. It's just almost like wood shop stools,
Yes. Yep.
Because I remember they had a variety of classes. Wood shop was one, and then I was very I don't know if feminist is the right word, but I was just because I'm a girl doesn't mean I have to take home ec. I'm going to take computers. And so
good.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. It really, really stood out. So
yeah.
Anyway, but I never had a Tamagotchi, and that's okay. So
now I'm going to reference a conversation we had, I think, last week.
Oh.
And I'm going to say, looking at this again and remembering Tamagotchis and the Tamagotchi craze, I think this taps into the same energy that drives people to enjoy my story. You're turning your avatar into a Tamagotchi.
For sure. No, I was already thinking that.
Yeah.
This is early stage My Story, or Sims.
Yeah.
That's where my head went to. Right?
Early form of Sims or My Story. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
absolutely.
I love watching whatever YouTubers who torture their Sims.
Oh yeah.
Or just I don't know, put 100 of them in a tiny room, or they die of embarrassment or whatever. And so it's
or breed 100 children.
yeah, that was fun to watch.
Yes.
Or they had a room with no bathroom, or they had a room that was just bathroom. I don't know.
Yes.
It's been, I watch some of that sometimes. So
yeah.
But yeah, this is all in that same vein.
Yep.
So.
All right. So we're
enough
good to go.
Enough reminiscing about our youth. So all right. Next stop. Up next.
Next up.
All right, tour. We're at a pose store called Selections.
Selections.
What do you think?
I'm checking them out.
Yeah, we got a friend to join you. There's no way I'm getting my fat ass out of this mobile throne right now.
Yeah, she's checking out the female stands. Two of those wouldn't work for you.
No,
anyway,
not for the the ones with the hands close to the front. But even the one where the hand on the hip, it's very narrow.
It's very close to it. Yeah.
So, what do you think
I'm not mad at these.
Yeah.
I would probably prefer maybe a little more activity in the arms, but I think I'm good with it. I'll pick these up.
So
they'll
is
find
it
their way
50
into
linen for the set?
50 linen for the set, and I get
nice.
7 of them.
That's cool.
Which, I definitely can't be mad at. And they blessedly have, it looks like, in P3 and P4. So you can set up your thing or however you need to.
Yeah.
So, they look like good stands. For sure. So,
okay.
They'll make their way into one of my AOs, which I do need to update because I've gotten several things from OMI that I've been meaning to put in there, but
and I've seen from SL Facebook they have like more releases for different things. And I was like,
okay,
I might need to expand my OMI collection than just when they're at the FLFty, because I desperately need some more OMI. Like, I just love the attitude and there's some really good stuff. The smoothness of the animation. So they're definitely one of my favorites, and I don't have enough. So I need to pick some more up. So, all right, are we ready for the next?
Yes, we are.
All right, so where are we?
This is Valkyr.
Oh, they did a store update too.
They did. So this was normally that very crowded little room that I felt they were running out of wall space, and apparently Don Viper agreed,
and he blew up the walls.
to blow up the walls. And he's built a custom environment and everything here.
Okay.
Which I am all about it. And it's not just a custom environment. He has taken the extra step of utilizing water. So if you're looking at the horizon line, you see the splotchy like clouds kind of moving around.
Yeah.
They're being reflected by a perfectly flat, highly reflective water layer. We're standing at the water level.
Okay.
So yeah, this is lovely. And I also really like that he's separated things out around where you've got fashion, you've got body, neckwear, just different categories, fantasy, cyber, mass horns, decor, etc. So just having the items actually separated out to know where to look, because it was all kind of just a hodgepodge before. So I'm loving this.
Okay.
But the flip item, let's walk out to the fiber optic pine cone. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the fiber optic pine cone, and as a separate item, also for 50 linden, a diamonds and cream coffee table, which I like that. I'm getting both of these, but the coffee table is super cool.
You know, the control room?
Oh, yeah.
This needs to go up there.
Yeah. I like both of these so much.
Is very creative.
Yes. Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. All right.
So, all those store creators who sometimes struggle with poor lighting in your stores, take note. If you choose a good environment, you don't have to go over the top and create your own, but choosing a good environment can just absolutely enhance your store's aesthetic. And this is all of those things that I've ever said when I am mentioning that. This guy nailed it. Absolutely.
Nailed it.
All right.
Okay.
So
enough.
Won't belabor that anymore.
Yeah. Enough gushing over Don the Viper's new store and lighting and use of environment and all of that. Okay. All right. Well, let's keep going.
Okay.
Okay. I know we're at Velour.
We are.
It looks like we're at the Wall of Deals.
We're at the Wall of Deals.
Up top is the flip item, which is a blush collection.
E-Girl Blush, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Looks like you get in 3 intensities for 3 colors.
Okay. And then I can't help but notice for Happy Weekend, they have eyelash collection.
Yeah.
For
Lashes.
Evo X. And then underneath that, I'm intrigued by these. This is the NAR set. So
yeah.
now it says bakes on mesh for Evolution Extreme.
I don't know what Evolution Extreme is.
So now I'm curious if these are an applier or balm, because that makes the difference. It says Lelutka Evo, but that doesn't always mean it's a HUD.
The bakes on mesh would be not applier.
No, does it say that though?
Well, it says...
bakes on mesh for. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm gonna buy this because I like colors like this.
Okay.
And then, so does that look at like 60? 60 or something? Yeah,
that is going to be 60, yep.
And then it says Labs.
Labs.
HD lip collection, bakes on mesh as well. Yeah,
I'm curious about the Lelutka Evo Extreme.
I don't know why.
And we'll have to see if that actually works for you, because it's the first time I've heard of that.
Yep. I also caught the So Kawaii Sunday, and they have the Cruella.
Yeah, I was checking those out too.
And I was like, ooh, because I'm going the gray and black.
Yeah, that's really nice. I like that you have different styles as well for how to do those.
Yeah.
So a lot of interesting items on this wall of deals. Yeah.
Then they have the ale, and I love a glossy lip.
Yeah, those are some very nice glosses.
Yeah. And then they have a skin at the top, right?
Yeah, Selena skin.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna pick up a few of these things.
Yeah.
So.
And I wanted to mention we're kind of looking in that direction, and they're slightly on the left. But this Juicy Muse skin, I really wanted to highlight. I really like that they're making this with I assume this is lines baked in for back rolls and extra just definition of the body. Would go very, very well on a thicker body shape. So I'm glad that they're making that, because you typically see what they have next to it, the Modelesque Muse with all the sad ribs showing.
Sad ribs.
But I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So thank you, Velour.
All right, very good. Are we ready to go?
Yes.
All right, so where are we?
We're at Violent Seduction.
All right, and what do they have?
So it looks like they've got this corset-ish number with a built-in bustier, and let's see, what are they calling this? I should have checked that. They're calling this the Medea. You've got the Medea corset, panties, and bra. So the Medea set.
It's very nice. And it fits all the bodies.
Yes, all the bodies is Reborn Maitreya Legacy.
So, I don't know. I'm curious. So I'll probably try it because it's 50 linden is a good deal.
50 linden, it's a good deal. You buy it per body. Per color per body. So you've got the white and black, almost like
ribs,
skeletal designs.
Yeah.
And then you've got the very classic red and black.
Yeah.
Very, very gothic looking.
Yeah. I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
I'm curious. So I'm gonna pick those up, and then we're good to go, right?
Okay. Yep.
All right, Tour. Where are we?
We're at Violetility.
All right, and we have a faux fireside.
Yes, we do.
So we got the little flickering visual.
Yeah, playing the little crackle of sound.
Actually, it was perfect timing when I got here. When I landed, I heard like the crackling, and I'm like, "What did I break?" So what do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I like that. I like that it's got a very narrow profile, like a faux fireplace would, because that means it's more versatile in the places you can install it. So yeah,
Agreed.
it's nice. One thing I do like about it especially is it's not, like, the item itself is not trying to present as realistic fire, which gives them a lot of leeway in, because that's something that's fairly difficult to emulate adequately in SL.
Yeah.
So going this route makes it work.
Yeah, I like it.
So off to our last stop.
Oh, the last stop. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, we're at Wasabi.
And
And they have that fun top on from the Flifty.
they
I
do.
recognize that. I haven't worn that yet. I think I had to use that in my next outfit.
Oh, nice.
And then, I guess this is the Asha hair, it looks like.
Yep.
And so...
It's very, very spring with the flowers in it.
Yeah. Comes with a bunch of colors. 50 Linden, you get all of it. So I'm going to get it. Sure, it's a flat, but it's, you know, it's a braid with flowers in it. And that would absolutely allow for a crown. And you know how I can add one of those big load flower crowns.
Oh, yeah.
To dress up the top. Yeah, I'm already envisioning this. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
You can definitely do that. Big embellishment, especially if you do it on the, like, opposing side.
Yeah. This girl at front's cracking me up when she was holding her boobs. I pulled back and she's like, boobs! I'm like, thanks. Thanks for that. But, yeah. So, she got a little pet down there. Is that hers?
No, that's an avatar.
Aw, that's an older one, I think. No, maybe not. No, maybe not.
It's well made.
It is.
Yeah.
Good. All right, so I'm going to buy this, and then we're going to go back to the Nom Nom Cafe.
Yep.
And do some closing first life thoughts.
Yes, we will.
Okay, we are at the Nom Nom Cafe, as my wide angle shows. I'm not cammed in on us just yet. I had to get the outside of this because it was too cute.
It is. I love this cafe. I love what they've done with this build. It's really lovely.
Yeah. So then we fell in love with this little seat we're in.
Yeah. It's very plush and comfy. Big enough for you, and I can sit in here too. Which is nice.
Yeah, it is. It is. So, but this means that we're ready for some first life thoughts. So what do you have for us today?
All right.
Not as lovely as the Nom Nom Cafe. I know this.
Not as lovely as the Nom Nom Cafe. Okay. So I want, a lot of what I talk about at the end of these is like raising awareness for things. But I want this to more be maybe a call to action sort of thing. Okay, so let me start with what is kind of been chewing in my brain a lot. And this is getting a lot of news coverage, but I don't think that it's necessarily being discussed in the terms that it needs to be discussed. And that is what happened up in Tennessee. Okay, so a little bit of background. Most people probably know this, but we do have people who watch from outside of America, and and they may not be aware, but we had, of course, another school shooting, and that was over a week ago now.
Okay.
And in Tennessee, some members of the state legislature, House members, Democrats, were participating in a protest calling for more gun control. In response to this, the Republicans chose to expel 2 of those 3 Democrats from the legislature. These are representatives who were elected into the government. This is a fundamental part of representative democracy. You choose who you want to represent you in writing laws by which you will be governed. And what the Republicans in that state have done in response to them flexing their First Amendment right to protest is to just remove them and say that their voters don't get to pick their representative. They have said, we decide who is allowed to sit on this body. And when you have that power dynamic play out, when you have a party that has gotten so comfortable in its majority, and voters, and yes, I'm directly calling out Republican voters here, who have gotten so comfortable with autocratic rule that they are willing to continue to vote for people who are not interested in representative democracy. That leads to kind of a snowball effect. And it's been moving kind of slowly, but the autocratization of the Republican Party is cementing very quickly. Obviously, we see a lot of it here in Florida and such, and there was a lot of upset about DeSantis removing an elected state prosecutor. But even that, I fundamentally disagree and think it was illegal to do so, but there's at least a case to be made. In Tennessee, it's inexcusable. They were voted into the state legislature and Republicans have just removed them. So, I wanted to dig into something in particular because a lot of times in these segments, I'm using words like fascism and such, and there are people who misuse those words or use them too freely or too liberally and erode the meaning. But I'm very explicit when I am using that term, and I am including in the description a link to the essay by Umberto Eco, The 14 Characteristics of Fascism, and kind of a Reader's Digest version of that same essay. But I want to dig through, just real briefly, 14 points. So, first point, cult of tradition. This is like an obsession with things have always been done this way, therefore they must always be done this way. And kind of a to go along with that, it often is calling upon saying that things were done better in the past and we must regress to that. So that is first point of fascism. Second one, rejection of modernism. This is any sort of new ideas being denigrated as the fall of Western society, being branded as like degeneracy. You're seeing a lot of this language crop up when you're talking about like queer rights and things of that nature. And not just that, you're also seeing it in media critiques from those on the right in this country. There, the whole obsession with anti-wokeness that they're doing is a rejection of modernism. It is saying these new ideas are new, and therefore they're not part of tradition, and therefore they are scary, and therefore they are a threat to society as we know it. That is the appeal that they're making. Third, a characteristic, the cult of action for action's sake. This is the encouraging impulsiveness, encouraging brash decisions, not thinking about things. You see this in anti-vax movement. You see this in a lot of the stuff with like reactions to like climate change efforts. Like a very recent example is the grill thing. So it was mentioned that, hey, maybe we need to start phasing out gas grills and shift more towards electric stoves and things. And a whole bunch of folks were like, no, I'm gonna get a second gas grill and I'm gonna just burn extra gas just
I
to
don't
show
think I heard this one.
Yeah.
Huh.
Just to show those liberals and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Just just no thinking, no analysis of data, just doing shit to kind of show that you're on the same tribe. Mm-hmm. Fourth characteristic, disagreement is treason. The story we just talked about with Tennessee, you are here. The moves they are making is to disallow not being part of the party, or to make that be the only valid party in government. The step beyond that is to actually criminalize political thought outside of the party. That is where that can go very quickly. Where do we get the, how do they justify it? Characteristic 5, fear of difference. Difference can be many things. It can be someone not being cisgender. It can be other sexual orientations. It can be being a different race. It can be being a different religion. You see this in every appeal to people who say America is a country founded on Christian values and all this stuff, or what is that? If you're making that claim, what you're saying is, if you are not of this faith, you are not American. You see that in appeals to compel everyone to speak only English in this country. Again, fear of difference. If you are a English second language speaker, or if you're not a English speaker at all but are here, that is something that they foment fear about. And it's all tied to saying that these things, having other peoples around, will somehow cause a collapse in society. And as I'm going through these, please reflect on the rhetoric that we constantly hear on from right-wing pundits and politicians, and of course the followers. But I'm less focused on the followers because they're followers. Once fascism starts rolling, they're not the ones in charge. They've been conditioned to parrot whatever they're told. So I'm mostly focused on the ones with the microphones. Characteristic 6. This is a big one. It talks about the mechanics of this. Appeal to social frustration. This is present in pretty much every fascistic movement that we've been able to observe in the last in recentish history, and that is appealing to economic anxieties in particular, and feelings of political, like, weakness or impotence, a feeling of losing power. This is especially true in a country that was founded on white patriarchy. As society begins to question these fundamental pillars of American society, and yeah, other countries are experiencing this as well, there are people who fear that change, fear losing that power, what little power they have, and that fear is exacerbated by stagnant wages, by lack of opportunity, by lack of social supports, lack of food and housing security. All of these things exist as something that a fascist can point to and say, look at all of these problems that modern society has created for you. Things were better back when everything was, when we, the in-group, had plenty. And, that's central to the Make America Great Again appeal. And like, that needs to be understood. There are very real problems. The anxieties that people are feeling, there are some legitimate things to be anxious about. The problem is, a fascist will exploit that and scapegoat another group rather than ever allowing someone to look up and say, hey, maybe the problem is the fact that we've had economic policy that has flattened wages since 1970. Maybe the problem is workers have no rights these days. Over decades, we've eroded those. Maybe the problem is we've been gutting our social safety nets so nobody can have an ounce of security. You're living literally one paycheck to the next. This isn't something that's been caused by the least fortunate in the country. That's absurd on its face if you think about it for 2 seconds. But C.3, don't think, only do. Cult of action. Okay, continuing along. Characteristic 7, obsession with a plot. Obsession with a plot. Followers must constantly feel as if they are under siege from a great, giant opposition force. You've heard it called deep state government. You've heard it called like the socialist anarchist left. It gets all kinds of names, whatever it is. Sometimes it's just like the Fauci conspiracy. Any sort of conspiracy, like, this is why Q is so popular among fascists, because it is central to the idea that the reason things are so out of whack and why they have so many problems that are not being addressed is because of this grand conspiracy that is being done against them deliberately. And again, they're conditioned to think that, because that allows justifying hatred and vitriol and the things that need to happen next for fascism to thrive, which is when you need to start eradicating people. You have to have people believe that everyone else, their political opponents, are legitimately evil and out to get them, so that they will be motivated to get out there and fight against those political enemies. Obsession with the plot. Characteristic 8. The enemy is both strong and weak. This one's fascinating. It doesn't make sense logically. but you also do see it constantly, where, those on the left and, Democrats closer to the center and such are constantly being called incompetent. Biden is frequently branded as like having dementia even, and yet are also simultaneously orchestrating this global, hyper complicated social upheaval plot using all kinds of machinations behind the scenes that can't be traced. But you can't have it both ways. You can't say he is like a dithering, dementia-ridden granddad and also the most effective mastermind the world has ever known. But that contradiction doesn't matter in fascism. In fact, if you look at any through line with fascist rhetoric, it is full of contradiction. Absolutely full of it. And frankly, you see it in things like the simultaneously being, allegedly pro-life, but also very pro-death penalty, and also very pro-everyone should have weapons of death. Like, everyone should have guns all the time, even on school campuses. But, they claim to be the ones who are upholding life and protecting children. This is not a contradiction in their eyes. Again, they're conditioned to not think critically. Characteristic 9. Pacifism is trafficking with the enemy. Under fascistic rule and that ideology, you must constantly feel as if you must fight back. And we do see that in a lot of the rhetoric coming out of DeSantis, coming out of Marjorie Taylor Greene, coming out of Trump, that constant call to fight, the frequent call to take up arms, flex your Second Amendment rights if things aren't the way they should be. It's conditioning people to, again, be willing to turn and take up arms against their fellow man. Not, belying all of that is a rejection of what we talked about at the head, representative democracy. Because if there is a huge, orchestrated, concerted, deliberate plot to sabotage society and make everything worse, and those people in the outgroup are the cause, then it is just to take up arms and go against them. Characteristic 10, contempt for the weak. This is seen in a lot of the worship of military and machismo and a lot of the dialogue that exists about always portraying strength. And this is something also contemporarily that we can see in Vladimir Putin. But that's something that you can evaluate from afar. Even right now, he's projecting in the media and to the world that Russia is doing very well in Ukraine. This is a complete divorce from the reality of what's going on in Ukraine. They're getting their asses handed to them, but it's always an obsession to project strength. Always that image of strength is vital to a fascist. And not that there's anything wrong inherently with going to the gym, but you will often see an overlap with people who obsess over body image and self-improvement through intense physical training and stuff. and this type of ideology. It's not always. Again, these are characteristics. In isolation, they can be more benign, but like it overlaps and fits neatly into that. And it's not even, yeah. Anyway, the obsession with strength and contempt for the weak fits neatly into characteristic 11, which is everybody is educated to become a hero. Now, a hero, the cult of heroism is the cult of great man theory and dying for your country or whatever else. That is the ideal model citizen under a fascist ideology, is someone who they do not fear, they know, they have their convictions, and they will do what they need to, and they will die for the cause, for the movement. And they want everybody to not only aspire to that, but to be educated in a way that is the only high ideal for them to pursue. This gets speaking specifically of the word educated there. This is where a lot of the indoctrination and the concerns that I have about the erosion of our education system come in. Because the more you build that image of American exceptionalism and build this mythology and reinforce that great man theory, and really pack that into people's developmental years, the more it makes them susceptible to that kind of thinking and that kind of hyper-nationalism of not valuing their own individual life at all and only living for this cause, which is just a lie sold to them by the ruling class, by these kinds of leaders. Characteristic 12, machismo and weaponry. Machismo, we're seeing this especially in this kind of rise of this red pill thinking. Figures like Andrew Tate and such as that, an obsession with getting back to the strict gendered roles where the man is strong, the woman is weak. Women are there to serve the household. The man is there to defend the household, and he does this with guns and whatever else. And the merging of masculinity with using weapons is very, very common in fascistic thinking. It also, this characteristic is the one that kind of bleeds into building genuine hatred for anything that interrogates or deviates from strict gendered roles or from other forms of sexual orientation or sexual expression. Being more sexually liberated, except in the course of dominating women, is not to be accepted under the cult of fascism. Women should present as chaste, except in the course of fulfilling the needs of their man who owns them. These are ideals that they build and bake into society, and they cannot be questioned, because if you question them, you're questioning tradition, and you must obey tradition. Characteristic 13. And yeah, I apologize. I really wanted to drill into this because I just think it's very important to understand. But characteristic 13, selective populism. This is where you really define in-groups and out-groups. So the in-group, the anger and resentments and all of the feelings and actions of your in-group, they are justified as a response from we the people. They are seen as just. They must always be accepted. They must be encouraged. They must be supported. But if you are a black person and you protest being shot by police, oh, you're getting out of your lane because you're not in the in-group. Your emotional expression, your outrage is not valid. You're trying to disrupt the social order. You should be stopped by police. If you're trying to protest kids getting murdered in a school, well, you happen to be in the wrong political party. I'm sorry, your outrage is not valid. You don't belong in this legislative body. It's very selective as to who actually gets to feel and who actually gets to be heard. Final characteristic of fascism is newspeak, which is a concept from 1984, which is widely misunderstood or misused. But it is, and this was especially true in Nazi Germany, but most fascist regimes move in this direction. Stripping school books of vocabulary, of more advanced forms of language, of ideas, stripping things into very simple, very flat, like sentence structures and very simple language, slogans. And in a lot of cases, you know, I like a good meme, but, and this is an important caveat, a meme cannot become one's only form of communication. These kinds of things, the oversimplifying of language should always be pushed back against. Like if you're and any of these efforts of removing books or oversimplifying concepts because, you know, quote unquote, children can't conceive of that. It's not appropriate for them. They can't think. Well, no, they can think. Children are a hell of a lot smarter than people give them credit for a lot of times. The purpose of that is always the same. It is to restrict your critical reasoning as you grow up into a full adult human being. It is to restrict the instruments by which you can analyze the world around you. It is to restrict the concepts by which you can understand society and the world and nature and everything around you, so that you will not think, so that you will only take action on behalf of the party. That is how fascism works. It is how it develops, is why it is appealing to some people. And that is a long-winded way of saying we need to start an actual, genuine anti-fascist movement and structure now. It's not enough just to say, yeah, they're acting in a fascistic manner. You can't wait until death camps start. And so I have also included a YouTube video to a conference with some really very brilliant activists, organizers, and strategists and community builders who are discussing how to build a resilient and durable left, which is very difficult to do in the midst of, late stage capitalism here, with everybody depleted on both resources and time. But the cavalry is not coming from the Democratic Party. They are not calling this out for what it is. They are not responding to it with the gravity that they must. And if we do not have community networks to handle and facilitate a organized and firm resistance when one needs to be made, then we're going to see some very dark days. And if somehow things do get back on track, these are still important steps to take to build community power and to actually start addressing some of those grievances that fascists exploit so much, because there are problems. People are very impoverished at a growing rate. People are facing food and housing insecurity at a growing rate. And building community networks is a way by which we can address those things ourselves without having to wait for the government to get off its ass and actually build robust social safety programs. And if we build those strong enough and actually they take root, that is a mechanism by which they can move up into the government, whether it be at the municipal level or the state level or the federal level. If it's a program that is working very well and it is a model that can just be adopted and funded, and they can just say, hey, that thing that you're doing right there, that's working, let's just shift some taxes around so that you actually get the resources you need to keep doing that thing you've already set up. That's a thing that can happen, but we have to start building it. So that is my appeal, that is my call to action. Start finding people in your community to connect with and start trying to build your resilient and durable community network, because it is already too late to do that, but we have to start somewhere. Okay.
That was excellent. And I know you shared that with me before, the 14 points, because I do recall talking about that before.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets me fired up all over again. But, it's important to bring it to light, to talk about it in the way that you did, especially for people who have not heard that before.
A lot of discussions online, terms will be used, they will be thrown around, and a lot of times people don't fully know what those terms mean, even when they're using them. So
Yep.
I wanted to be very explicit in what that meant, linked to the definitions that's based on, and talk about how it relates to what we're seeing, because
it absolutely relates.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, thank you for that. And, it's just food for thought. That's what this segment is. So I just, hope that people are taking that all in and thinking about what that means.
Yeah, and I link to a lot of things, but if you're gonna click on one thing, please take the time. It's a long watch. It is a conference, so it's not video edited to be entertaining, but please watch that video linked in this one. So
okay. All right, well, I'm gonna bring our video to a close.
Okay.
So I'm gonna thank everyone for watching, for subscribing, for liking, for commenting. We did get a nice comment. We get more and more comments about the First Life segment. of the videos. There was a new one about that, and how people, are in agreement with us, or they enjoy hearing that perspective, or it does give them food for thought. So I really enjoy seeing comments like that. I'm glad that you can kind of take your pick with us. You can stay for the SL, you can stay for the shopping, you can stay for the first life. You take what you want from our videos, and that's fine.
Absolutely. So, and I'm glad that you got so much good feedback on your head too.
Yeah, I appreciated that as well. Yeah. So just deep appreciation to those who watch our videos.
Yeah. So we'll see you in the next FLF.